Hi everyone, Daisy here again with another layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict, or COAPA Cut Files. And today I am using the beautiful Build a Dream Catcher cut file. And this came out in September, and I absolutely love dream catchers. I think they're amazing. And so, of course, Virginia just knocked it out of the park with this one. It's so beautiful, and I decided to use it kind of in multiple ways. So first I cut out the inside portion of the dream catcher, and I cut it out on some thicker cardstock, and then I am using it as a stencil. So I'm just spraying through it. I just picked 3 colors. I didn't have a plan going into this. I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna play, because I hadn't scrapped in so long. And I'm like, we just got to do something. We're just going to do anything. Like, if it's ugly, we can throw it away or not show it or whatever, but we just got to do something. So I started out with the stencil, just picked 3 colors I liked from shimmers and sprayed them down. And I think the 3 colors that I picked are Moody Mauve, Hint of Mint, and the blue is, I think, Sapphire. Maybe. And then I had flipped my stencil over, so I couldn't line this up properly. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I flipped it over. So I cut this out also on some thicker cardstock. And so when I cut it out in my silhouette machine, I used the weld. So I layered the inside portion of the cut file over the hoop, and then highlighted both of the items, and then right clicked and hit weld, and that makes it into one cut file, so that it doesn't cut all funky. There, while I was talking, I'm sorry, I sprayed all of the feathers, and I just did a combination of the same 3 colors. And then I was just going to leave this as is because it's kind of an off-white color, but I decided it needed a little bling. So I'm using some gold glimmer shimmers to paint this out. And I was just going to do around the edge, but then I accidentally got some on the inside, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to paint it all. It just gives it a very subtle golden shimmer, and I think that it just complements this so well. And so I'm just going to continue painting this. I'm just using a flat brush and just smearing it on. It would have been easier had I gotten something to put it down on, but I, couldn't be bothered with something like that. So I'm just going to hold it in my hand and paint. So there you can see how shiny it is. And I decided to I'm using a lot of the Vicki Boutin Storyteller line. I recently got some, and I'm in love. I don't know how I missed this collection, but I did. And I got a bunch of it from Peachy Cheap, so I'm excited about that. But I'm using this striped paper in the background because some of the colors were spot on to the colors that I randomly chose out of my shimmers bin. And now I'm just using my T-square ruler as kind of a straight edge to tear my paper against. And I decided that I wanted to have kind of this rough edge to it because it just seemed more, I don't know, just seemed fun. And then I'm like, you know what this needs? This needs stitching. I got to do some stitching, right? It's just calling for it. I was also showing you there that I fussy cut out some of those butterflies. That's another paper from the Storyteller Vicki Boutin collection, and gonna stitch. So I did it off camera, and I just used some gold thread, and then I stitched around the outside portion of the the dream catcher. I just did 2 straight lines, and then I am turning it into a big shaker. So I put some an old page protector on the back, some foam tape, and then put some beautiful Spiegelmom scrap sequins in. One of the mixes is Wine Country, the other one is Vintage Things. Vintage Things might still be available, but I don't think Wine Country is. But again, the colors were perfect for this collection. And then, oh my gosh, these feathers, I was afraid they weren't going to turn out, because first of all, my machine doesn't like to cut super intricate things. But I must have had the right settings and everything. A couple of places ripped, but it's fine. But I love the colors. I love how they turned out. I'm so happy. So now I'm just practicing with the layout, I was thinking I have to stitch them down, but I already did the like foam piece, so what am I going to do? So I am actually going to come up with something more towards the end, because I had to figure out how I could do the stitching when I already have something that's dimensional on the page, because it's impossible to get it into my sewing machine, and I absolutely did not want to do hand stitching. So I picked out this photo, and this is my daughter when she had decided, like, it was her first real bedroom change, you know, from like stuff mom picked out to what she picked out. And it's very boho and very her. And so I thought it would go really well with the dream catcher that I had. And so I'm just using some pieces of paper from, it's actually a Paige Evans collection that I have, the 6x6 paper pad. I can't remember which one, but I used 2 of those because one of them had little gold flowers on it, and one of them was a colorful stripe that's very similar to the same colors as the Vicky Bouton. And now I'm just pulling some stuff off of this chipboard sheet. And this again is from the Storyteller collection, some of those gold hearts and the butterflies. And then I wanted to use this as my title. Ooh, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze there. Which is Happy Soul. And then I'm like, oh, I should start sticking stuff down before I start putting sticky things down, right? So popping this up on some foam tape that I got from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and then so that it's the same height or dimension as the dream catcher. And then I'm just going to make sure everything is glued down really well, because, you know, obviously chipboard does not glue down. And here's where I figure out I don't have to stitch. I can use gold pen. Haha. And I was super proud of myself for figuring this out. But yeah, just doing some little doodly strings hanging down from the dream catcher. And then going to stick everything else down. So if you aren't already part of the Facebook group, go join the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. That's where you're going to find out about all of the releases, as well as any sales that might be coming up a certain day after a certain holiday in the US. And also when there's any, you know, did I say new releases already? There's also freebies that are available just for the month, only the month, and then they go for sale in the shop. So if you want it for free, you definitely got to join the Facebook group. And then also go to the Etsy shop. That's where you're going to find all these amazing cut files. Virginia is just the best, and she has over 850, I think, cut files in her shop right now. So she has got something for everybody. No matter what your event is, no matter if you have boys or girls or adults or children, she has got it for you. So head on over there and check it out. She does amazing feathers, amazing florals. Oh, she's just so talented. And so here I am pulling off a couple of stickers, and I just decided to go for it. Like I said, I hadn't scrapped in a little bit, and I'm just like, we're just going to go crazy here. Let's just do it, right? So I'm adding a bunch of stickers. One of them says Dreamer, and I did cut the very aggressive white border off of them because that drives me crazy. And this collection, I do have to say, is pretty guilty of the aggressiveness for the white borders. So I did have to trim them down quite a bit. And then using, again, some more stickers up at the top there, just those little tags. And I'm just making sure everything is glued down. Like I said, I don't know what's going on, but I've been noticing a bunch of stuff falling off. So I don't know if American Crafts changed their adhesive, or if it's like something to do with the humidity in my room, or what's going on. But yeah, I've been noticing. So I just like to glue everything down, including stickers. And then what else am I thinking? Oh, yep, sequins. I had to add some sequins on here. So I am picking out a few non-colored ones. So these bigger ones have a pearlescent or iridescent. What's the difference? I think it's pearlescent sheen to it that I thought would reflect the colors really well. And then I'm also picking out some just plain white sequins and placing them around too. It just adds a really subtle hint of sparkle and shine without adding too much to your layout. So I think that sequins are perfect for that. And then I think that's the end of my layout. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Head on over, check out the Facebook group, check out the shop, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.